Hey guys, good evening. This is Gina, and I am here, not in the studio this evening. I'm actually here in my dining room, and I'm so excited about what I'm going to be sharing with you guys tonight. So I'm going to give you just a few minutes to get online and join in. So excited about what we're going to be looking at tonight, and I hope if you saw some of my social media posts earlier from today, then you know we're going to be talking about seasonal decor, styling your tiered tray, how to pull some of these pieces together, what I'm calling frugal fillers, because if you think about when you're putting together a tiered tray, you obviously don't want to spend just tons and tons of money on what you're putting together with that. So I'm going to share some of my best DIY tips in terms of frugal fillers. So if you're joining me tonight, go ahead and send a wave, post in the comments that you're here and you're hearing everything and you're excited and ready to go. And I'll give you guys just a few minutes to get logged in. The lighting's a little weird, so hopefully you'll be able to see everything well. I've got, as you can see here behind me, again, I'm in my dining room. So as you can see here behind me, I've got this, it's kind of like a buffet table that's here in the corner of my dining room. So that's where we're going to be working tonight. I know that light is doing some weird things, so hopefully that'll work out. Maybe if I shift a little bit, that'll be better. And it won't be quite so weird. Hopefully that makes it a little bit easier for you guys to see. So I've got a few pieces that I've started to kind of already set in place. And what I'm going to show you guys is how I take, hey Monica, so glad you're here. I'm going to show you guys how I take some of the different inspiration pieces and so forth that I've brought from Nailed It, how I just kind of forage through some of the decorative items that I have here at the house that I use for other occasions, because we're talking about seasonal decor and a lot of the things that you probably already have around your homes you can pull out and of course use for multiple seasons. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that and just kind of pulling that look together. So since we are almost mid-July here, and we're thinking about coming up before we know it here on the 4th of July, what I'm going to pull together and show you guys this evening is more of that sort of patriotic 4th of July type of seasonal decor here. And one of the things that I like to do, obviously, when we're thinking seasonal decor, is change this out. And this is something that, you could definitely change out quarterly, so you could change out with the seasons, or it's something that you could change out more often than that. So if you're thinking about holidays, maybe you're changing it out more often than that. And so anyway, so what I'm going to show you guys here is patriotic theme, since we are coming up on the 4th of July. So what I've got, this is just, I'll kind of move this closer so you can see. It's just a tiered tray that I just thought was really beautiful. I love the wood and the metal. This is what we're going to be using and kind of placing some items on and building around. And then I'm going to kind of lean out of the picture just a little bit. One of the things that is more popular and trending, if you're out shopping in retail, or if you've been doing your shopping online, as many of us have lately, straw and wicker kinds of things. These are very popular again, and just becoming more and more used in current decor trends. So these pieces actually, I'll put this closer, because this is a basket that was handmade by my husband's grandmother. So it is certainly very special in that regards, but also quite beautiful. So I've got that sitting here. And then this piece, I'll put it closer, actually came from Belarus. And so that's a long story that I won't go into tonight, but I've been seeing all of these kind of straw wicker type things. If you're out in retail. So I thought, well, I'll pull these out and put these here. And then I've just got this metal pitcher that you can never go wrong with anything like that. And so when you're thinking about styling for seasonal decor, you need to have sort of your inspiration piece. So I'm going to show you guys this. This is something that I made at Nailed It. And so if you haven't seen our release of the Americana and Military Collection, it is very beautiful. And so I chose this, which is Air Force, because my father-in-law actually served in the Air Force. So this is sort of my anchor piece, my inspiration piece. You can maybe tell, I don't know if you can see that, the lighting's not the greatest, but this is done in Admiral Blue, which is a very popular color out in retail as well right now, and something you can just see everywhere. You're seeing a lot of this Admiral Blue if you've been out shopping. So I've done that in Admiral Blue, and I've got this really pretty, it's actually, the color is one of our trend colors in the studio right now, called Agate. And so that's kind of my inspiration piece, sort of my anchor piece. And so where that is going to go in this setup is going to kind of be here. So you can see that's sort of in the background and back in behind where the tiered tray is going to be. So that's kind of the anchor, the inspiration piece. Trying to adjust for the light that that I've got. So then what you want to start doing is you want to start building things out onto your tiered tray. Hey Carol, so glad you're joining us tonight. So you want to start building some things out onto your tiered tray. And so I'm going to show you, let's talk about some of the things that I had already around my house that I just pulled, and I'll show you how I'm going to use those. So you may have some of these at home. These are those really cute kind of vase fillers is how you will find these, just jute balls that are vase fillers. So I'm going to use some of these. Had those already around my house. This little plant, and actually it's a fake plant, and I was gonna do a real plant and that didn't happen, but it's also very cute. So always plants, greenery are great things to add on a tiered tray and add some interest. So I had that already around my house. I've got this mason jar. It's tinted. You can see, potentially you can see, hope you can see that. It's kind of blue tinted, so it went really well in thinking about the overall patriotic sort of 4th of July theme that I'm trying to pull together here. So I had some of those pieces that I'm going to add into this look. And then if you are a Pinterest fanatic, slightly obsessed, truth be known, like I am, then you know that no tiered tray, oh yeah, aren't they cute, Monica, those mason jars? You're going to know that no tiered tray is complete without some kind of cute small farmhouse signs. So I'm going to show you a couple of these. They're available in the retail section at Nailed It. And so this is a 5.5 by 5.5 little block here, so that I made, distressed the edges. So this is going to be a part of the tiered tray. And then this one as well that I made, it's also in the retail section. These little small signs, by the way, in retail are just 10 bucks. So I'm going to be using this. So I made those. And then when you're thinking about how to fill it in and how to make it look nice and full, and you're, again, thinking about budget and you're not looking to just spend tons and tons of money, this is where I'm going to pull out and say, these are my frugal fillers. So you can go to the Dollar Tree like I did, and I found these, and these are paper straws, and so they're blue and white, so you can see these were $1, so can't go wrong with that. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with these. Also at the dollar store, I found this little metal star. Now it had a stake on it. I didn't want the stake because I'm using it to kind of prop up here on the stand. I'll show you that in a minute. So it was $1. So I just kind of broke that metal stake off. And so this is going to be cute and inexpensive to add to the tiered tray. And then these little guys, which are just like filler sprinkle. I can't remember what it's called, but they're at the dollar store. So just little stars that are glitter because it fits into this patriotic theme that I'm going to do here. So I got some of those. And then I'll show you these. This little set, hold on, there we go. It says dunk it and dip it. Well, these were at Target in the dollar spot, and so I think it was like $3 for the two of these, and I thought they fit really well with just the color scheme and all of that. So I got those. This was something else that I had around the house, this little glass jar. So anyway, so those are some of the items. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to take all of these items. So a couple of things in retail at Nailed It, a couple of things that were frugal fillers found at the dollar store, right? And then some things that I pulled from around the house to kind of balance out and build this top of this buffet here in the dining room with patriotic decor. So I'm going to start with these signs, these little small signs at Nailed It, because again, no tiered tray is complete without some kind of small farmhouse looking sign. So hopefully you guys are going to be able to see this okay. I may adjust and see if I can pull my computer a little bit closer here to help you guys be able to see that slightly better. So I'm going to add those on there. And then basically with some of these other elements that I'm using, the glass jars, so on and so forth, you just have to sort of play around with it. But one of the things that I will say that really helps when you're thinking about a tiered tray and how to style that is you'll notice all of the things that I'm pulling, you've got a wide mix of material. So hey Althea, I'm glad you're joining us tonight. So you've got a wide mix of material. So you're going to see glass, of course, these wood signs that I've already placed here. You're seeing the paper in the paper straws. You're seeing these jute vase fillers. So that's something that you definitely want to incorporate when you're thinking about styling a tiered tray and you're thinking about your decor is incorporating just different types of materials. So you've got metals, you've got glass, you've got all of these types. And then the other thing that you'll notice is sort of building in layers. And so hopefully you guys can see that okay. So again, my inspiration piece back there of the Air Force Man, kind of in the back, tiered tray, you'll notice it's a little further out. And then as I build things around the tray, you're going to see that same exact concept in terms of depth. And that's having depth in your design is going to make it more interesting. It's going to look more fun. And so it's just a great way to go about it. So I'm going to take my super cute little blue mason jar. And by the way, if you don't have mason jars that are tinted like that, you can certainly find those in stores. You can also tint them yourself. So who knows, maybe that'll be like a DIY tutorial we'll do later on. But these paper straws that I found at the dollar store, I'm going to just place those in there sort of like that. And then I've got my filler from these little stars, glitter stars that I've already put down inside these little containers. And I'm basically going to take some of these and just layer them around. And notice when you're thinking about depth and how you're placing things, I'm obviously putting things on the tray. That's part of the purpose. We're talking about styling a tiered tray. But also in addition to that, when you're thinking about depth, put some down on your surface. So this is the buffet top. So I'm going to put a couple things here. So wherever you're putting, doing this type of design, think about that as well. So whether it's in the middle of your dining room table, whether it's on a sofa table, whether you're doing this in the corner of your kitchen, maybe on a cabinet or a shelf, that's something to consider, is having a few things like that. Now, if you're using counter space in your kitchen, you obviously don't want to spread out too much and take up too much of that valuable counter space, but definitely a good tip. So don't be afraid to have some of your elements and some of the pieces that you're utilizing in your design to sit down on the surface as well. So I'm going to take a couple. Did you guys hear that? That's my dog. She is coming to see you guys. You can't see her. She's down at my legs, but she made some kind of weird sound. So if you heard that, That was Molly. So then I'm going to use some of these cute little vase fillers, and they're cute to just kind of take and sit around like this, and I'll try to get out of the way. Here's one of the cute little glass jars, so you can set that here. Now I'm going to use this little dollar thing that I found that I broke the stick off of, and basically I'm going to use that and sort of sit it slightly in the background here. So it's going to sort of prop up in the back. If you guys can semi-see that, I'm going to turn this way. Maybe you can see that better. And then I've got this super cute, and I loved the fact that when I'm thinking about patriotic decor and I'm thinking about that Admiral blue color that's in my Air Force Man that I talked about, I found this on the spring clearance at Hobby Lobby, and who doesn't love a good Hobby Lobby clearance on some of these? And I thought this was super cute, so I got this. I'm going to let this sort of sit down here. That, by the way, would be cute to put a little plant in, and as I said earlier, I didn't have time to I ended up not making that happen and planting something in there, but that would be cute to do that with. And then my little fake plant that you don't have to water, because you know, sometimes the struggle is real enough to keep humans alive, much less plants. So if you're looking for fuss-free, especially on a tiered tray, a cute little fake plant is the perfect thing to do. So I'm going to kind of tuck it in here in the back a little bit so you can see some of that. Let me see if I can put this closer so you can see some of that greenery. Okay, so you can see, sorry, I'm going very crooked, but you can see some of that greenery there. That's slightly better. And that's basically how I have styled my patriotic tiered tray. So if you want to learn more about this and this look, and also be a part of my VIP group that gets some special offers and discounts, there is a link to sign up for my email list. So do that and you'll receive an email with a special discount on some retail things that you could purchase and make your tiered tray. So I hope you guys enjoyed getting to listen to me talk a little bit about this. I love decor, and I love the things that we're able to do at Nailed It to make some beautiful decor for your home. And then again, finding those frugal fillers and finding those items that you already have around your home to take some of these beautiful signs that you're making and helping them to fit and work in your home decor. So I do want to give a plug for next Thursday. I'm going to have a partnership with Regina Stiltner at Splentique. It is a clothing boutique in downtown Hickory, if you're not familiar, and we are going to partner together, and I'm so excited about that collaboration. I'm going to show styling your vanity, and she's going to show some really great outfits, and it's going to be super fun. So that's going to be next Thursday at 8. You'll see an event on social media, so go and click on that event so that way you'll get some updates and notifications. We're going to be sending out some teasers. So we hope you guys will join us next week. If you love this look and see something that you like, comment and let me know what your favorite part was. And don't forget to sign up for that email group, because I would love for you guys to get some extra DIY tips and savings. So have a great night. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you soon in the studio.